And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire in the Republic DLC. Our computer needs its robot army run. And once again, I believe we're sort of at the status where we are. Robot army should hopefully be soon, TM. All I need to do is I need to discover and develop a heavy tank, discover and develop a walker, discover and develop our robot army, robot infantry, and then we will just be printing robots. Robot. Out the wazoo. That's the plan. See how well the implementation of that plan goes. As things are, we're at hostile with these guys. Given the circumstances, I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to letting something happen. Although at the same time, we don't necessarily want something to happen. So it's a little column A, little column B. Because again, we don't have the robot army yet. These guys are hostile, but at 44%. They're at 75%. We are very... Oh, in fact, we're technically at war with Blackhold, although we don't have a border with Blackhold. So that doesn't really matter at the moment. Although that is something to be aware of. If we do get a border with these guys might start rolling in. And as is the case always at the beginning of a stream, we're starting at the end of a turn. I'm just doing a quick review to make sure that we don't have anything super pending that I need to deal with. I remember we put the peripheral mining in for the rare metal mine there. Victory overview, we are in second, although not that far off of first. Don't think we have any pending demands here. No pending demands. At Empire dashboard, we're up at Truthful Word, and our partial evolution level is fairly low. Political system-wise, we are level 6 syndicate democracy, although the computer can be leveled up a few times. The computer's only level 2. And then here, we're only really missing the last one, the logistical matrix. This would be very useful. 50% more range would be wonderful. High-speed rail, military's working on heavy battle dress. If we get the heavy battle dress done before we get the robots, we'll end up putting the robots in heavy battle dress. Which would be perfectly fine, reasonable. So yeah, let's go ahead and cycle the turn. I don't think there's anything I was necessarily needing to do there. We did a good job at the end of the last stream. There should be nothing to do. Anyway, we need to work through a few turns here because we're waiting for a discovery, which will be very rapidly followed by a development. After the development is complete, we're going to need to discover another thing and develop it, and then discover another thing and develop it, at which point we will officially be able to start deploying the robots. So if anything in the meantime, I should be maybe not necessarily focusing on expanding. We got some pretty vaguely stable borders because they're bumped up against majors. But I should be focused on getting improved logistics. So getting the action points set up so that we've got the support for rapidly deploying the robots when the time comes. To the four proverbial corners of the Empire. Southwest, northwest, sort of east and southeast. And yeah, this is a game where if things start to go well, we might very rapidly go from sort of in the pack with everyone else to sort of a winning state very rapidly, I believe. Because again, we got the industry to be just deploying robots. More. We've got it set up that we can basically deploy a brigade a turn. And because we've had that set up for turns, we have effectively a reserve where we can deploy more than a brigade for a turn for quite a while. Right at the beginning when we get the robots. And then our diplomatic state is we've got these hostile guys. Technically them as well, but they don't have anyone in here. So when the war starts, the word's going to sort of sweep through there, and then these guys are going to sweep out and around and into the left over here. We ideally want them to probably attack us out here in the desert. So that's one of the reasons we're exposed over here. If we want them to attack, we want them to attack here. And then we kind of want to sweep left to right through their territory. The friendly nation's in the middle of a civil war. This is another grumpier nation, not actively at war with us. Although it wouldn't necessarily take much for them to go to war. We've got a blackmailing nation, and then we've got a rogue AI in here as our border. And then behind the rogue AI, I believe, is a nation that is actually at war with us. Although because we don't share a border with them, I'm kind of ignoring that for the moment. Could take a little bit more of a proactive view and try to negotiate peace, but probably not worth the effort, especially because we're so close to the robots. Once we get robots and we get enough out, we're just not going to... We're not going to worry about making the people that hate us like us anymore. We can officially move to the standard of, if you start it, you better be able to hope you can chew it, which is something the AI is not always the best at. They're very prone to getting themselves into trouble and not very good at getting themselves out of it. Whereas one thing I've learned with playing on the harder difficulties is learning how to get yourself out of trouble is more useful in this game sometimes than learning how to get yourself into trouble. It's really easy to get yourself into trouble. If you're playing Fist, fair. All you got to do is get their opinion low enough by not playing Bull, and then you can just clear on them. So if you want to get into a war, it's really easy. Getting out of it's harder. Getting out of it's a lot harder. Team R&B saying, hey, well, curious about the title. Are you starting a new campaign, the DC, or had you already started previously? We're still running the same DLC as before. I might have remembered to put it in the title this time. So yeah, this is a continuation of an older campaign that we've been running on for a while, which is Computer Needs. It's a robot army run. This is the not Coup timeline. When we finish this timeline up, we're going to go back to the Coup version, which was the original way we sort of rolled the run. I'm going to try to play out from the Coup state, which again I think is still pretty playable, still pretty winnable. Team R&B is saying must kill all humans. Well, the how best to describe the syndicate computer in this game? I imagine the syndicate computer in this game is a bit more like rogue servitors from Stellaris. You are being liberated. Please do not resist. So it's less we must kill the humans and more we must liberate them from their own stupidity. And Team R&B's typed hee into the chat in response to my comment, I think. Yeah, yes, why are you running? I'm liberating you. Liberating you from your elitist overlords. Okay, we're picking up where we left off on round 152. We've suffered no losses, nor many kills. We have 4 decisions awaiting us. The computer is handing out some of its stash. Bring some more metal. Infighting is fine. Time of relative calm. State companies are back. We know upgrades, so we've already capped out the upgrades, so that's just trash. Revised IPs because we have the commerce too high. Bold rebellion. We may get into using some of those later. Workers protest against their CEO. That is a crony, so we'd like to remove it. Let's go ahead and just remove it.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
And yeah, we go government here.
Roger.
Polymark mine extension. So one of our mines is empty, so we have that extended. Lose 1 ease of access, get 26,000 extra rare metals in the mine. New commander for the 22nd Grenadier Infantry Brigade. You both capacity 2. No, you're capacity 1. So we probably go with you.
Roger that.
Okay, the peace still holds, although that's trending towards potentially not being so peaceful. Okay. So we had some attrition due to the supplies not getting to where we wanted them to, which is a little bit of an issue. Okay, so Kurobase's truck station was delayed, which is the one coming down here. That's a bit of a shame. Okay, let's look at bottlenecks. Where do I have bottlenecks? Down here, although there's not much I can do to improve it because we're waiting for the improvements to kick in at Kiro base already. Out here could benefit. That makes a bunch of sense. And then the main trunk line. So the main trunk line probably wants to get improved by improving the rail station.
Copy that.
Do I not own the... Oh, I own the truck station there, but it's already improving that truck station. Fair enough. I can't improve a truck station, we're already improving. Okay, so you can probably hire the missing 500 workers yourself. And then you could probably do with another 1,000 workers. So we'll double the workers here.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Nation. Upgrades we know are scrap, so we just scrap those. Bureaucratic pushes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll keep 1 decrease income tax around. Keep 1 decrease sales tax around. Same thing with an increase income tax. We'll keep 1 around. We'll toss the rest. Ooh, that is a militia house, though. If we're doing a more militia-centric strategy, that would be good. I'm just going to dump that because we're not. I got a decent treasury, so let's actually... Oh no, I don't need the industry now. We'll hold on the improvised IP until we need it.
Order received. Order received. Order received. Order received. Order received. Order received.
Sure, when that polymark mine runs out, it's empty. You can ignore that for the moment. Austin rare metals. I think we have a couple turns where that's going to become an issue. We'll get a couple. And then orgs, eco is going along at speed, military is going along at speed. Model has not discovered what we want, so I think we're at a point where we just cycle the turn. Yeah, let's just cycle the turn. Okay, should be coming around to us shortly. One of the struggles here in the larger game map worlds is the end turns can be quite long. Round 153, we suffer no losses nor many kills. We have 3 decisions awaiting us. You want total power over your state, which is autocracy fist. I am opposed to that. So the question is, which of the 2 ways do we say no? Mind or heart? I think we go for heart here. So we approach the leader for even asking.
Order received.
Again here, we want to get the virtue up and the heart, so we go for the last one. Expensive jewelry gets taken away. And you demand I hire your cannon. Well, we'll need cannon fodder leaders for the army at some point, so we'll take the Canada. Upgrades are at this point just trash. Turn those into scrap.
Yes,
Guiding
sir.
pushes.
Yes, sir.
Scrap the favors. Like 1 income tax if we're going to want that around. Okay. Units, we got another syndicate priest we can hand out.
Order received.
Do a replenishment. A couple more infantry apparently. Potentially due to attrition. Okay. Yeah, down here up in the front, we're definitely taking some attrition. So let's try to back these guys off. Something's like we're being told we're getting stuff out there, but we're obviously not getting enough stuff out there. And then construction overview, supply base done, truck station done. Let's continue to improve the supply base. Because I think the main thing that's limiting us in a lot of places is action points. And or just fragmentation of the lines in some cases. Power plant continuing, rail station continuing, truck station continues, supply bases and queued up. Okay. Organization-wise, you're proceeding at speed, you're proceeding pretty good speed. No luck on the discovery yet. This is kind of the problem with discovery is we're going to wait for something to be discovered. It might not discover the right thing, although it's 50-50 on it discovering the right thing. If it discovers the right thing, then I still got to develop it so we can discover the thing behind it. Okay, have I re-enabled everything in this city fully? Looks like it. Haven't done everything here, so this is the next one to be moving on to. Activate 25% productivity. That means you're going to need more workers. Actually, need less workers because the construction project's almost done. I guess that thing just doesn't take very much workers. Okay. Activate you, 25%. Bureaucracy tends to take a bit of workers. Oh, it's level 1 bureaucracy. Okay. Go ahead and put all those workers in. A little bit more in the next
Yes,
turn
sir.
as well. And then we'll have that city working at full effectiveness as well. That one's working at full effectiveness. Okay. So then we can go back to trying to build cities for heading out truck stations too. Or getting it back up to developing this city over here for the salvage.
Roger that. Roger that. Roger that. Roger that. Roger that.
If we've got it, we might as well use it. I'll put a little bit more money in the economy. Yep, I think we just cycled the turn again. We're waiting for something to happen. In the meantime, we don't actually have much we're doing other than trying not to just waste turns. I suppose the capital's level 6. I could level up a bunch of the industry to level 6. So we're prepared. And we're trying to grow the capital, I suppose, to level 7. Once the capital gets level 7, we'll probably be a bit more aggressive at recruiting out of it. Either colonists or soldiers, or both. Okay, should be coming around to us shortly. Yeah, should be coming around to us shortly. Round 154, we have 3 decisions. The computer is still happening, providing some happiness and loyalty. That's not great, but that is what it is. Time relative comm continues. Protest against their CEO. We're gonna get rid of them for the heart.
Order received.
Committee issues for Hydrus. Yeah, we'll
Yes,
grab
sir.
the
Roger that, sir.
government. Charismatic Union Chief. Trying to raise the wages. Okay. We'll agree. The computer likes that. We might turn around and lower it again, but that is what it is. Yeah, both these cities like us perfectly, so we can go in and say, hey, zone inventory, or zone orders, I'd like to lower their wage by 3 points.
Copy that.
And over here, all up, zone orders, lower the wage by 3
Roger
points. And again, the reason for that is to lower expenses. We're not having any problems with tax protests anymore, but we want to have some space for more expansion. Okay, truck station Kyo base is done. We're still in second. No luck with the discovery yet, although that's piling up. We got a 700 or so in it. Okay, so we're waiting for troops to sort of deploy over there. And for the logistics to improve that we can sit out that far. You finished. I don't think we want to go for another upgrade right away. Power bank 6 is fine, so that's all going. Okay. I think the supply base over here was already capped out at 2. Yeah. You're enabled, running at full speed. Yeah. You need some workers. You don't need very many.
Yes, sir.
There's maybe an argument to level this one up to level 2.
Yes, sir.
Another reason for the improvement on the supply base. Okay. Acquiring some manpower reserves is good to see. Nation.
Yes, sir.
Double shifts.
Yes,
Bureaucratic
sir.
push. Scrap the upgrades. Minor favors. Surplus increase sales tax. Oh, thought I had 2 of those instead of 1. Whoops. I don't need it anyway at the moment. That's sort of future-proofing with keeping on hold of that.
Order received.
What's the quality of life in the capital looking like? It says it's 100%, so I'll trust it. And then population-wise, we only need another 40,000 people in the capital. So the current rate, we're actually going to have the city level up to 7 in about 8 turns. Do a little bit with culture here. Probably wants to be improving the security and the entertainment. Yeah, let's improve the security and entertainment here. Oh, we'll do that next turn when I have colonists I can drop in to provide the workforce we're building. Some bottlenecking up there, although that might improve a smidge as our stuff deploys. This deployment's complete, okay. Feeling pretty good with the political power. Let's go ahead, because I want to get the discovery going a little bit faster. Nations. Change the budget.
Yes.
So now there'll be no pushback when I change the budget. And I'm going to go ahead and... Secretary, I believe, is who I got to call. You.
Standing by for orders. Yes, sir.
National budget. Take you up to 15. I want to keep you at 10. 5. Probably take you down to 1% when we're actually ready for total war. Interior will keep it 10. Applied Science will keep it 5. Air Force will keep it 5. So that's coming at the expense of Supreme Command.
Yes, sir.
So we'll end up with a little less political power, but we'll move through the discovery and development of our models a little bit faster. It'll be roughly about a 50% improvement. Before bureaucratic size penalties, I suppose. I think we're going to do one full turn after this. So we're going to watch this end turn, play the next turn, watch the following end turn, and then we'll put the part break in. We're going to record 5 parts tonight. We'll see how I'm feeling at the end of 5. I may do 6 if we're actually getting some motion at that point. Okay, should be swinging around to us soon. Round 155, we have 4 decisions. Oxydon state is declared on us. To be fair, we've been mostly ignoring the diplomacy with them in the hopes they probably would bother me too much. No luck with the discovery, though, which is a shame. I support losing this fist. I'm gonna do the bottom one here.
Roger that.
Some commerce.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir. Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
Just like that, we sweeped through that territory. It's a little bit more there, but I'm not in a rush to acquire it. This is sometimes where the AI is not to be trusted with diplomacy.
Engaging enemy. Mission accomplished.
Engaging enemy. Target destroyed.
Do it now.
Target destroyed.
Lost one subunit, destroyed 6. Yeah. Okay, so we're at war with them. Probably should be taking a little more active standard with diplomacy with the other neighbors. Best to be only in one war at a time if we can help it. You know, looks like they've managed to actually make their way into battle dress. Laser rifles and battle dress to meet my laser rifles and battle dress.
Yes, sir.
Order received.
Supply base is done. We proceed to continue upgrading that base. Yes. This is also one of the cities where we want to improve some of the stuff. So let's queue up the... I think I want to get over 100 on all the quality of life buildings, or quality of life tabs. So security and entertainment here. So the barracks and VidCom, if I have it, I do. Throw enough workers at it. Apparently you need a lot of public jobs. What changed that you suddenly need so many public jobs? Because I only added 100 jobs construction-wise. Oh, it's supposed to... Okay, so that's... Oh, only had like 1.7k. You suddenly need a lot more than that, so... What changed? I may have acquired something is what's going on. Ah, yes, we acquired a agri-dome in the ensuing conflict there. Okay, not too concerned yet, although I may be a little concerned about the fact that we're seeing some battle dress equipped troops.
Order received.
I had a little bit more time before they would catch up in technology. So I'll improve opinion with them in case we need to negotiate a quick ceasefire. And then before I forget about it, yeah, it's probably still too early, but we're gonna head and do the peripheral mining in Austin. Improve that mine. Because if I just leave it as is, I'll probably forget about it, and then that would be bad.
Roger that.
See how terrible the corp scientist is? Cap 2 leader. Definitely not what we're looking for right now, unless we were doing a science administration role. Resistance is futile. Maybe, but we don't have the robots yet. Still trying to find heavy tank. And we're getting a pull in the next turn. So when we come into the next part, we may see we've pulled the logistics matrix, which would help with a lot of the problems we're having right now. Because I think a lot of our problems is action point limitations. So down here, it's action point limitations. If I can just have more action points, that'll work. And then we're working on the train, so that'll help with all the yellow in there. Then up here is action points again. There's a couple of different ways to solve action points. The long-term solution is just a lot of truck stations appropriately spaced. But that's, of course, the problem, so you gotta get them appropriately spaced. So if you're well on the offensive, or if you don't have colonists or whatever, that can be difficult. You have our replacements. At the same time, we did develop medium tanks recently. Given that we have an ongoing conflict, it may make sense to deploy those medium tanks if I can get them in. Independent medium tank battalion. The Dragon. Raise me 2 battalions of dragons. This is sort of for firefighting down here in the west. We're gonna try to from west to east. Try to push them out into the desert in the east where we're more exposed. All our units now do have the modern RPG units, so they should be fairly resistant to frontal tank attacks, especially unsupported. Okay, cycle the turn. We'll see how they carry out their military operations on their first turn. And then we'll put the bar rank in. Okay, so either motion. Looks like they did a break-in. Nothing too concerning, although there's a little bit more motion towards the west than I would have liked, given that it was where we wanted to be attacking. Oof. That was a paddling we gave to them. Looks like they're giving it back, though, so it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Okay, I think that's all the fighting we're going to see for the end turn here. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. We're going to record at least 4 more parts tonight. We're going to see how the rest of this end turn plays out, and then we're going to put the part break in. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break here to get up, stretch the legs, sip some tea, and then we'll be back to record more parts. But yeah, we're going to watch the end of the rest of this end turn, and then we're going to see exactly what the casualty exchange was. We definitely inflicted a bunch of casualties and received a bunch of casualties. The question is, did we inflict more or receive more? And we'll be picking up next turn on round 156. We killed 1,300 infantry and 20 tanks over the end turn. In exchange, we lost 1,100 infantry. So, pretty even. Probably wouldn't have wanted to lose that much, to be fair, because that is above our replacement rate. But we didn't lose as badly as I was concerned about. We will have 7 decisions when we're back. So if you're watching on YouTube, fire it up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, we're going to take about a 3-minute break here. So I can get up, stretch legs, and sip some tea. So until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and/or stream, and bye for now.